Hello Scorpio, how are you going? This is your shadow reading for June. Doing something a little bit different this month. I'm using the Spread Machine Change cards, and we're working with a shadow topic and then a call to action, and then a flux card which talks about, I'm using those to kind of look at the cause, the root cause of, or the where this all stems from. So let's see. Silence. How and why have you chosen to remain silent? How can you activate and lead with your voice? How can you create a positive effect by speaking up? What are your experiences with the silence of another person or group? And how can you inspire others to speak with courage, wisdom, and compassion? Let's see what else. When we get into stuff like this, it's all about finding your voice, finding what's important to you, and what's important for you to rediscover. And actually, it's like I just heard singing lessons. Someone who wanted singing lessons as a kid, and really wanted to learn how to sing, but it wasn't important, and they weren't. They were told they weren't good enough, so they never sang. They stopped singing, and it's about saying, "Hang on a second. That's somebody else's belief. I'm going to go and take singing lessons. I'm grown up now. I'm going to go and take singing lessons because it's something I always wanted to do, and stuff them. I'm going to go and get singing lessons, and go and getting singing lessons, and having a great time doing it. It doesn't have to be, a major outcome. It doesn't have to be, not that it can't be, ending up on stage, but do it for yourself." So whoever wanted singing lessons, go and get singing lessons. Connect. To bring together, to make a bond, to foster communication. Go and connect with someone who can give you singing lessons. Alright, what else? I just looked down and found at the bottom of your Scorpio card it says passion. Find your passion. Education. My Lord. Message, information, knowledge, propaganda, ignorance, indoctrination, research, curiosity, and learning. Whatever it was you wanted, that you kept silent, it's now. Go get it. This is the month. Reach out. Go get it. It's never too late. And any excuse you're giving yourself to avoid what you really, 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 in your heart of hearts, want to do, that's an excuse that you've learned, or that you've adopted because you're too frightened. This has come out so many times, this card. Entanglement. This is about being wrapped up and enmeshed in the old ways, so indoctrinated into whatever has led you to believe what you currently believe, that you have taken that on as your own beliefs. Does that make sense? So you're wrapped up in this whole, you can't disconnect yourself from others. It's like, I can't take singing lessons because my husband wouldn't understand. Or I can't take singing lessons because I can't get time off work. I can't take singing lessons because I'd have to get a babysitter for the kids. So, abandoned haven and frightened joy. Frightened joy talks about doing what you love but being scared of the reaction of others. It's like when you're playing and someone looks at you and says, "Oh, you're stupid," or "You could never do that." It's a real put down. So there's this real excitement and fun that you're doing, but you're also scared of other people's opinions and what their reaction is going to be. And therefore, this talks about an abandoned haven. Sometimes that's our happy place. Our haven is our safe place and our happy place. And when we get told too much or made to ignore our happy place for too long, then we abandon it. And sometimes we forget it was even there to begin with. Until sometimes later, you kind of go, "Oh yeah, I used to love that. I used to do that all the time." And I stopped doing that. That kind of thing. Go back and find it. All right. The mage. Set it free. That's your magic. The mage is the magician. And this is giving wings to it. You've got everything you need. The magician has everything he needs at his disposal. He's got all the elements. And it's just up to you what you create with it. So it's not like you can't do this. You can. You've got what you need. You've got what it takes. Yeah, 10 of Pentacles. 9 of Pentacles. Page of Cups. King of Wands. 2 of Wands. When I show you this card, I hope you love it as much as I do. 6 of Pentacles. 4 of Pentacles. 7 of Wands. Justice. Ace of Swords. And Queen of Swords. There she is. That's my girl. Right. Ten of Pentacles. It's a rainbow. Now, this can talk about thinking you've got everything. I've got everything I need. I've got everything I need. I'm moving along steadily. Nice and steady, reliable, responsible. And, you feel like everybody is relying on you. You've got the world on your shoulders. The challenge is to look for yourself. What do you love? The foundation is the King of Wands. This talks about passion and action and drive and motivation and excitement in its highest vibration. in the past, you've got the Two of Wands, and the Two of Wands talks about looking at where you want to go, what you really want. But if you look in this card, it's two children making wishes. So what were you wishing for when you were young? Six of Pentacles at the top. Being able to balance, being equal give and take, being able to manage everything in the air without it being, if you look at this, it's the leaves, but there's no struggle, there's no rush. Coming up is the Four of Pentacles, and that talks about hanging on to things that need to be let go of. This is the part where you become unenmeshed. You let go of the things that should have fallen away a long time ago. You just let them go. You open your arms up. What you're not seeing is the Seven of Wands. This talks about defensiveness and boundaries and being guarded. Now, in some situations, it can be very good to have solid boundaries and know where you stand and everything else. But look at what you're defending in this situation. Are you defending somebody else's point of view of you and saying, no, they were right, I can't, or I'm not good enough? And, basically defending the bullshit you've been told. The advice is the Justice card, and this is balance. This is fairness. It's seeing the truth in things and not, it's not a pendulum. You know how in some situations, a lot of the times, if a child grows up in a really, really, really strict household, when they grow up and have children of their own, they swing completely the other way and have no rules and free reign, and the kids have no structure or boundaries or anything. Each end is unhealthy. This is talking about not going to the other extreme, but finding the happy medium. Yes, you can still be responsible. Yes, you can still hold down a job. Yes, you can still do what, you need to do to get through everyday, ordinary life. But that doesn't mean you can't, follow your passion, your drive, your spark, what you really want. You're kind of hopeful and fearful that you can do that because you'd given up a long time ago. You'd let that part die a long time ago. And now you're going to be looking back at it and saying, it wasn't true. That wasn't true. So, and then realising that it's not actually dead. You're just looking at it at the moment thinking that part's died, but it's not. So you can let the bullshit die off and go back and get the real stuff, the good stuff. And the outcome is the Queen of Swords. Now she's all about seeing the truth. All about it. She knows when to keep some things to herself. She knows when to speak them. She knows how to see it without even, if you look at her, she can see right in there, see the truth. There's no bullshit. And she's not hiding, but she's keeping some stuff for herself. And this is the outcome. You don't have to, when you find something you really want to do, you don't have to sing it out to the world. You can just do it. I'm not talking about being deceitful or manipulative. I'm talking about following what's right for you without the need to broadcast that you're doing it. That's the happy medium. Because if you if you're swinging to the other side and saying this has been suppressed, so I'm going to sing it from the rooftops and make everybody understand that, you know, this is me and they better like it or they can go away. That's more of an ego thing of trying to prove them wrong and show them how bad they were and all of that. If you get to the stage where you know that you're worthwhile and you know that you suppressed stuff because other people had an opinion about you, then you can just undo that quietly yourself. And then if anybody comes back with an opinion later, you can say, well, you're entitled to your opinion, but can you keep it to yourself? Because I'm good with me. Thanks. It's a quiet thing. It's a personal relationship with you. So go find your little spark. Sing out, Louise. Go and get those singing lessons. Let me know how they go. Much love. Bye.